Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to apply Gaussian blur to a live video recording in Flutter Android application using CameraX and Media3 effects. So let's get started. So first thing you need to remember is you need to use at least Flutter 3.32.0 or higher, otherwise you will get lot of Gradle issues. Second thing is the camera code which I will write for video recording is all via native code. I am not using any third-party library. And the third important thing is, once the video has been captured, I am sending the path of the captured video to Flutter side to play it inside the video player package, but unfortunately it's not working for me. I don't know why, but the video is saved properly to external storage, and if you go to your videos app you can play the video. So there is no nothing wrong with saving the video is saved properly. But yeah, let's get started. So first go to main.dart, and here you have to import dart.io. Then here I have created another dart file called my camera view, and that's what we are importing over here. And this Flutter app is my project name, so you will have to replace with your own project name while importing. Then here we have this material.dart as well as services.dart. Then this is boilerplate code which is present by default, so I have not changed anything over here. So here you can see I have this my homepage widget, which is a stateful widget. Then here we have this platform is Android. By default we are passing false over here because we are doing it for Flutter Android only in this tutorial. Then here we have a method channel for camera permission. So as soon as inside the init state, if platform is Android, we call this method. So here we invoke a method called get camera permission. If result is true, then we just assign is permission granted to true over here. Then inside the scaffold is permission granted. Then here we call this my camera view, else we pass the text saying give camera permission over here. Then inside my camera view.dart, I'll just scroll up again. Here I have imported dart.io, Flutter material, Flutter services. Then here we have video player as well as GUI. So inside pubspec.yaml I have added these dependencies as well, video player as well as GUI over here. Then here we have created a stateful widget. Here we have this method channel of camera view. So this will basically help us to send the video URL from native Android side to Flutter side. Then video URL by default is empty. Here we initialize our video controller as well as GUI controller. Then here we have this creation params as well. Then we override dispose, where we dispose our controller as well as GUI controller. Then inside the build method, if platform is Android and video URL is not equal to empty, then we just display a container passing in the aspect ratio. And here we have GUI as well, where we pass the controller over here. Then here we have the Android view, where we pass the camera view as well as a record video button. So here we have the view type of camera view. Here we set the layout direction, creation param, standard message codec. And here we have this on platform view created as well. So inside on platform view created, we just do channel, we like register this callback. So if you see this callback, we are listening for this send from native, which we will send, which will help us to get the video URL of the captured video, and this will be sent from native Android side. So once we get the URL, we initialize our controller, we add a listener to it, we set the looping, we initialize it over here as well. Then we initialize our GUI controller, and then we assign the video URL to this particular variable. But like I said, for some reason it is not working for me. So this is the error which I am getting. If you know anything about it, do let me know in the comments. But anyways, yeah, the point of this tutorial is to apply Gaussian blur to a live video recording and not to play the video. Okay, next let's go to the Android folder over here. You will have to go to build, go to app, go to build.gradle.kts, and here you need to add this dependency block with Android X camera core, camera 2, camera lifecycle, camera view, camera video, then Android X Media3 effect, which is still in alpha at the time of me recording this video. Then Android X Media3 effect as well as Android X constraint layout. Then go to Android manifest.xml. Here you need to add uses feature of Android hardware camera, camera permission, write external storage permission as well as record audio. Then go to main activity, and here you can see we have added a bunch of imports which you can copy paste it. Then here we add this variable which takes the camera permission as well as record audio permission, and if Android version less than equal to P, we also pass in the write external storage permission. Then here we have the method result. Here we override on request permission result, and if the permissions are granted, then we send back true, else we send back as false. And here we have variable called all permissions granted. Then here we override configure Flutter engine, So here we just reference another Kotlin file called my camera view factory, which I will show you shortly. And here is a method channel for just getting the camera permission as well. So pretty simple till here. Then coming back to my camera view factory, so just create this Kotlin file. Now this should be your own package name which you see inside your main activity, so don't just copy my package name. Rest of the imports as well as code you can just copy it. Now you don't have to understand this is boilerplate code which is present by default every time you want to embed a native Android view inside your Flutter application. So you can just copy paste it, and here you can see we are initializing another Kotlin file called my camera view. So here we have this my camera view.kt. Again copy your own package name. So here we have lot of imports, so feel free to pause the video and just copy all these imports which I have over here. Then here we have this video capture recorder. Here we have this recording as well as process camera provider. Then we have this camera executor service. Then here we initialize our constraint layout, our preview view as well as our button. Then we have this method channel for sending data from native Android side to Flutter side. Then here we create variables called file name, format as well as tag. Then here we initialize the layout params. Then here we set the constraint set as well. Here we constrain the viewfinder to all sides of the screen, and from the bottom we leave a margin of 200. So the viewfinder is basically the camera preview view. Then here we have the record video button as well, and here we just constrain it to the bottom of the screen. Then we add a click listener to our button where we call capture video. Then here we have setup camera as well where we call start camera. We initialize our camera executor. Here is our capture video as well, and if video is not captured we return. Then here we set button dot is enabled equal to false. Here is our current recording as well. Then we stop our recording, we make it as null. Here is our simple date format as well. Then we do content values dot apply, passing in the display name mime type. If Android version greater than p, we also set the relative path. Then here we have the media store output options as well. Then we do video capture dot output, pass our prepare our recording, and if the recording permissions is granted or not. Then we just start our recording, and once it is start we just change the text of our button as well as is unable to true. Then here we call finalize, and if record event does not have any error, then we just get the URI of the saved video, but this is not in proper format. So I did ask ChatGPT how to get it in proper format, so it gave me this function, but I'm not sure if this is working or not, because like I said, the video is getting saved properly. We can play it using the videos app, but it is not getting played via the video player. So I'm not really sure what the issue is, so that's why I'm using it over here. Then here we send this saved path back to Flutter side. Then we shut down our executor, we unbind our camera provider, we close our recording, we make it as null. Then here we just change the text of our button as well as is unable to true. Then here we have this, like I said, I have just copy pasted this from ChatGPT. Then here we have start camera. So here we do process camera dot get instance. Then we add a listener to it. Then we get the camera provider as well. Here we initialize our preview view. Here we initialize our recorder as well. Here we initialize our video capture. Here we get hold of our default back camera. Then we do use case group dot builder, add our preview use case as well as video capture. Then here is our Media3 effect as well, where we pass our preview, video capture as image capture. Then here we set the list of effects. So here we pass okay, I don't know why this is frame drop effect, so yeah, sorry about this. I'll quickly change this. We need to add a colon over here, and here we need to pass the Gaussian blur. I think I made the changes in Android Studio, and somehow the changes did not get I think saved. That's why it is still showing frame drop effect, which was my previous tutorial. So let me quickly change and come back. See that we are passing the Gaussian blur over here. So here we are setting the effect of passing Gaussian blur. Now there is one thing which you need to do is go scroll at the top, and here you can see that you need to add this import as well. So don't forget this is very important, otherwise you will get again errors. Again, let's just scroll down. Okay, where is our Gaussian blur? So here it is. Then we add it our use case group builder, we unbind our camera provider, we bind it to the life cycle. Then we do context compat dot get main executor, we override get view, return our constraint layout, and here we override dispose, and we shut down our camera executor. So yeah, that's all there is to the code. Now what we'll do is we'll just see the output so that things would be more clearer for you. Here is the output. So I have recorded a video out of it, so I'll just play the recording. So yeah, so first it asks you for camera permission, then the record audio permission. I have given both of it, and here you can see we have the record video button. Now just to give you an heads up before I click on the record video button, the Gaussian blur which we are using, it has a lot of performance issues, at least at the time of me recording this video. I think it's because the Android X Media 3 library is still in alpha at the time of me recording. And even if you see, like if I just show you this here, you might see like where is the Gaussian blur. I don't see the Gaussian blur. I have kept this value small specifically because, like I said, I am facing a lot of performance issues on my device. So here you can see I have started the recording, so it is recording it. But given, and here I have stopped the recording. Here you can see we get the toast message, but we are not able to play the video. But if I go to my video player app, I just quickly go over here. Here you can see the video has been recorded and we can play the video. But like I said, like there are a lot of frame drops for this Gaussian blur, and the performance is also very bad. I don't know why. I think it could be due to the Media 3 Android X camera Media 3 library still in alpha at the time of me recording this video. But make sure if you don't face any performance issues, make sure you change this value to a much higher number, then you will get better Gaussian blur. Sorry, that's what I have noticed. But like I said, I'm using a cheap Android device, that's why I'm facing these issues. So hopefully you got the point. That's it. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye.